Use the Pythagorean identities for expressions that match trig squared sin theta plus or minus 1, or, it's just trig squared sin theta plus or minus trig squared sin theta. Now, in factor, do not divide as many as may lose a root. Fraction algebra, multiply conjugates to create expressions that simplify using Pythagorean identities and convert sine and cosine. Alright, now, steps on how to solve. Know your reciprocal identities. There's many more, but I find if you know these, you could basically, get your other equations just by using simple stuff like this, because you just could keep converting until you get like all the ones you need. Step 2, know your quotient identities. Tangent sin theta equals sin theta divided by cosine theta, and cotangent sin theta is just the opposite of this, because, tangent sin theta is obviously 1 over tangent, so you're just going to flip this just like you would. Now, examples on how to solve. Example 1. Tangent sin theta, cosine sin theta. What you're going to do here for tangent sin theta is if you would use these, you would know that tangent sin theta converts into sine sin theta divided by cosine sin theta. And here you can't bring it down any more than you can. So you just bring this down to cosine sin theta over 1, which would equal sine sin theta. That's your final answer. So therefore, tangent sin theta multiplied by cosine sin theta equals sine sin theta. Now, example 2. Secant x minus 1 multiplied by secant x plus 1. What you're going to do here is you're just going to multiply over here, distribute. And what you're going to get is secant squared. It could be x, it could be sin theta, it could be a, it could be b, it could be c. You could use any variable you want there. Just know that this would just be a variable or something. You could use anything you want right there. So that would be minus 1, because negative 1 times positive 1, negative times positive is a negative, so it would be secant squared x minus 1. And this converts into tangent squared sin theta, so therefore secant x minus 1 times secant x plus 1 equals tangent squared sin theta, or this can even convert into sin theta over cosine squared sin theta, if you want to go that extra little step. I don't know which way the teacher would want it, but either way is correct. Example 3. Secant x multiplied by secant x minus cosine x. Here you're just going to distribute again. You're going to multiply these sides just like this. You're going to bring this over here, and over here. And this comes down to secant x squared. And from here over here, you're going to minus secant sin theta times cosine sin theta. Now from here, you're just going to get secant sin theta, which will convert into 1 over cosine sin theta. You cannot convert this any further, so it would just be cosine over sin theta. These are going to cross cancel. When you cross multiply, you're going to bring this down. 1 over 1 also equals 1, so you're going to bring this down to minus 1. And secant squared sin theta would just be secant sin theta. And you can convert this into tangent squared sin theta, which is very closely related to this. This is just kind of rewritten differently, or reworded. And if you want to go that further up step, like I said up here, tangent squared sin theta, or sine squared sin theta over cosine squared sin theta.